In this video lecture, we will discuss about waterborne disease. And specifically in this video lectures, we will discuss about waterborne protozoa and viral disease. In the previous lectures, we had already discussed about waterborne bacterial disease. Generally, what happened? Waterborne disease are mainly caused by pathogenic microorganisms that are transmitted through contact with the infected water. Waterborne protozoan disease, an illness or a disease due to the infection with protozoa contaminating the water sources, that is known as waterborne protozoan disease. The disease which is caused by the protozoa while contaminating the water source. Due to the contamination of water source from these, the protozoa that cause the disease, that is known as waterborne protozoan disease. Main disease caused by these infected water are the amoeba dysentery, giardiasis, trypanosomiasis, that we will study each and every in detail. First we will see amoeba dysentery. Amoeba dysentery is also known as amoebiasis or entamoebiasis. It is also known as amoebiasis or entamoebiasis. Transmission. How this disease is transmitted through? It is transmitted through contaminating drinking water. It is transmitted through contaminating drinking water. Causative agent. Causative agent, which means that the pathogen that cause disease, that name is Entamoeba histolytica. Histolytica. This is the organism name. This is a protozoa name which is responsible for the amoeba dysentery disease. Symptoms we observed such as abdominal pain, diarrhea, inflammation of colon. People affected may develop anemia due to the loss of blood, fever, chills, nausea, vomiting, fatigue. These all are the symptoms of the amoeba dysentery. Diagnosis. For the diagnosis, we mainly go for stool sample examination. We take the stool sample of the patients and further we go for examination, and other also we can go for endoscopy, ultrasound scan. These are also another method for the diagnosis. Treatment we use such as tinidazole, metronidazole, chloroquine. These all are antibiotic. This can be used as a treatment for this amoeba dysentery. So the things that we have to remember for the amoeba dysentery, that is also known as amoebiasis or entamoebiasis. The transmission is mainly by the contaminated drinking water. Causative agent that is responsible for this is Entamoeba histolytica. Symptoms that observed, that is abdominal pain, diarrhea, inflammation of colon, and not only the just diarrhea, sometimes bloody diarrhea is also found, and due to this there is a loss of blood. So that is the another symptoms, that is an anemia, fever, chill, nausea, vomiting, fatigue. These all are the symptoms of this diagnosis that we can go for stool sample examination. Either we can also go for ultrasound scan, endoscopy. Treatment for this we use the antibiotic. Now the second waterborne protozoan disease, that is giardiasis. Giardiasis, popularly known as a beaver fever. It is popularly known as beaver fever. Its transmission is due to the contaminated drinking water from which it is transmitted. Causative agent which is responsible for this disease is Giardia lamblia. Symptoms such as abdominal pain, diarrhea, intestinal pain, weight loss, blood in stool, fever, weakness, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, dehydration. These all are the symptoms of giardiasis. And some studies have also shown giardiasis should be considered as a cause of vitamin B12 deficiency. Due to the vitamin B12 deficiency, there is also some studies shows that. Diagnosis can be done by stool sample examination. Treatment, for the treatment we use the antibiotics such as tinidazole, metronidazole, senidazole. This all or the combination of this or either this or any of this antibiotic can be used for the treatment for the giardiasis. So giardiasis is popularly known as a beaver fever. Transmission is due to the contaminated drinking water, contact with the contaminated drinking water. Causative agent, that name is Giardia lamblia. Symptoms that we have to remember such as abdominal pain, diarrhea, intestinal pain, weight loss, weakness, nausea, vomiting, fatigue, dehydration. These all are the symptoms. Diagnosis can be done by stool sample examination. We have to take a stool sample of the patients and further we have to examination is done. Treatment can be done by the use of antibiotic. Now the third waterborne protozoan disease, that is trypanosomiasis. Trypanosomiasis also known as Chagas disease. It is also known as Chagas disease. Transmission, it is due to the contaminated drinking water, contact with the contaminated drinking water. Causative agent that is responsible for this disease is Trypanosoma cruzi, and the another that is a Trypanosoma brucei gambiense, Trypanosoma brucei rhodesiense. These are the name of protozoa which is responsible for this disease. The causative agent are the Trypanosoma cruzi, Trypanosoma brucei gambiense, Trypanosoma brucei rhodesiense. Symptoms, and the another things that trypanosomiasis is the sign and the symptoms that we observe. For that the one of the most important thing that is responsible, that is tsetse fly. For the sign and symptoms, the name of the fly, that is tsetse fly. What happens? This tsetse fly will bite and they will inject the larva into the host, into the human being, or we can say into the person, and it will form a ulcer like. It will form a ulcer, or we can say that red cankri, or in the another word we can say that this tsetse fly will bite and it will form the red cankri, which means that red ulcer. And due to this the person can experience fever, swollen leaf gland, blood in urine, headache, muscles and joint pain due to the bite of this fly, tsetse fly. Diagnosis can be done by blood smear examination. Treatment can be done by use of antibiotics such as pentamine, suramine, eflornithine. These are the antibiotics can be used for this disease, that is trypanosomiasis. It is transmitted through contact with a contaminated drinking water. Causative agent, that is a Trypanosoma species that is responsible for this disease. Symptoms, sign and symptoms, in which that is a tsetse fly will bite, will erupt means it will inject its larva into a red cankry sore, and within a few seconds after once it bite, once it's inject or it will bite, that will after a few weeks the persons can experience fever, swollen lymph gland, blood in urine, headache, muscles and joint pain. And for the diagnosis mostly we use the blood serum examination, and for the treatment we use the antibiotics such as pentamine, suramine, eflornithine. Now the waterborne viral disease. We had already in the previous we have already discussed about the waterborne bacterial disease, waterborne protozoan disease. Now the waterborne viral disease. In that we will study hepatitis A virus. Hepatitis A virus is referred to as an inflammatory condition to the liver and is mostly caused by the viral infection. Hepatitis is mostly caused by the viral infection. Its transmission is due to the contact with a contaminated drinking water. Causative agent which is responsible for this waterborne viral disease, that is hepatitis A virus. Hepatitis A virus that is responsible for the waterborne viral disease. Generally, there are 5 types of viral hepatitis. They are classified as hepatitis A virus, hepatitis B virus, hepatitis C virus, hepatitis D virus and hepatitis E virus. There is the different virus is responsible for each type of viral transmitted hepatitis. Whereas hepatitis A virus is an acute short-term disease, whereas B and the C and the D are most likely to become an chronic disease. Chronic means it is persisting for a long time, whereas E is usually acute but can particularly dangerous in pregnant women. But here we have to only discuss about the hepatitis A virus. So the symptoms that is being observed, and generally what happened for the hepatitis A virus is caused by an infections with hepatitis A virus. This type of hepatitis is most commonly transmitted by consuming food or water contaminated by the feces from a person infected with hepatitis A virus. And due to this, the symptoms we observe, that is fatigue, abdominal pain, nausea, weight loss, jaundice. This is the most important symptoms that we observe due to the hepatitis A virus. Depression, dark in urine and pale stone. Diagnosis can be done by blood test. We can also diagnose by various other methods such as liver function test. We can go for ultrasound, liver biopsy. These are also another method for diagnosing. Treatment. For the treatment, specifically for the hepatitis A, vaccine is available to prevent this infection, but if it is not working, then liver transplantation is required, and for that supportive care is there required. This is what all about waterborne protozoan and the viral disease. In the waterborne protozoan disease that we had discussed, first amoeba dysentery. In that the causative agent which is responsible, that is entamoeba histolytica, and the second one that we had discussed, that is giardiasis, which is also known as beaver fever, and the causative agent, that is Giardia lamblia. The third that we have seen, trypanosomiasis, in which the causative agent which is responsible, that is the Trypanosoma species. And the last that we had discussed about the viral disease, waterborne viral disease, and which means that an illness or an infections or a disease with the virus contaminating drinking water, which is known as waterborne viral disease. In that we have studied hepatitis A virus, that is the transmission is generally due to the contaminated drinking water, and also the another it is due to the contaminating food. Other that causative agent, that is hepatitis A virus, symptoms we have seen, and in that the symptoms, that is a jaundice like symptoms that we observe. Diagnosis is mainly done by the blood test, and the another it is a liver function test, ultrasound, liver biopsy is also there, and for the treatment we use the hepatitis A vaccine is available to prevent this infection.